I read Isaiah 58. And Isaiah 58 really broke my heart and broke my heart for the poor. And I knew just in that moment that I wanted to do something about poverty, but I had no idea what to do. I was just broken and I wanted to do something. So I thought, well, let me ask the experts. Let me ask the people who know. I'll ask the academics, I'll ask the churches, the pastors, the non-profits. We ask the poor themselves, why do we have such poverty? Overwhelmingly, everybody said the reason that we are poor or the reason there's poverty is because of lack of opportunity, lack of resources, lack of jobs. So I thought, okay, well, coming from a business background, let's put a plan in place and let's fix it. So I put a fund together to help businesses get started and gathered a group of unemployed people and started helping them. So we had a program now that was teaching people how to work, and we started helping the unemployed and failed. We failed miserably. The people who we got jobs for didn't even pitch for the interviews. The people who we got jobs for passed the interviews, didn't pitch on day one. The people who started working, unemployed for 2-3 years, caught stealing day one. At the time, our pastor was teaching on biblical worldview. And as he spoke, it was just, that's it. As a man thinks, so is he. And we started instilling mindsets into this program. We started seeing the poverty mindset in the students. I'm poor, I'll always be poor, I can't change. We started seeing the dependency. When we started dealing with those mindsets, we started seeing breakthroughs. Incredible breakthroughs. People started working, they started getting promoted, people started businesses, the businesses grew, and we realized actually there's a solution, but it's not what we think. Our preferred hub is run by a man or a woman from our class who was unemployed, was transformed by a biblical worldview, was transformed in terms of excellence, is passionate about building community and wants to build God's kingdom. And we equip them, train them, teach them how to start a hub, and they go back into their communities and they start hubs.
No, Mama, I met her in the community and she's running a car wash and eatery. So her idea was that people comes in to wash their cars, and while they're washing the cars, they can get some food. So she opened a kitchen where she's cooking some nice food. So when we met, I talked to her about the business school that we're running. So she wanted to come in because she said that she needed to learn some stuff about the business.
I wake up and talk to God, but God, I need you. Let's go together because I can't go on my own. But I used to come on my own before. Work for living really helped. It really helped me a lot. I'm proud of myself also because I think I adjust so quick because now I can see his doings, but this guy loves me, but I didn't see him, but he's around. God is with me. You can't start your work alone. You always have to invite God by your side. Lately, I talked to him and then he guided me. That's what I've learned. And my business is growing and it's growing. I don't want to lie. I'm happy, as you can see.
We went through the training, and on day 13, Gospel Day, I was the first one that was saved. And I don't know how did that happen, but it happened. So after that, after getting to experience how does that feel, now I had 2 goals: get people jobs and letting people be able to feel what I felt there. And then for me, it was just that now coming back to this community and giving people this is going to change everything, because Work for a Living really changed my life. For me, the things that I learned, I was there for a training as a facilitator, but as the training went, I was also, as the student in the class, I was learning a lot of things that I never knew. Things that I wish I could have learned a long time ago. But now, what I see, what other people can learn from Work for a Living, that's what made me want to push more and say, I'm going to open my own center. With the group supporting each other, praying together, we just had a breakthrough of jobs, people getting jobs. People's prayers were answered because now we are this community who is praying together and we're learning together.
Model-wise, we've got 2 foundational models. The one is a full Work for a Living hub, which includes job excellence, wired for business, the financial programs. The Work for a Living hubs are largely self-sustainable. The second model is our accelerator model, where it's really just gather a group of people and help them with one of these programs. Gather a group of people in a canteen, in a coffee shop, under a tree, in a youth group, whatever it may be. Teach them to start businesses according to God's ways. Teach them how to work according to God's ways. Teach them how to manage their money according to God's ways. You can get involved in a local Work for a Living hub by employing students from the hub. Every job that we get means that we are able to draw people to the hub, which means more people hear the gospel, which means more people are discipled. You can start a hub in your community. You can start a hub in another community. Get involved in find out from us what opportunities there are, where we need hubs. We want a Work for a Living hub in every city, every town, every village that we possibly can have. So I think there are a number of opportunities from there. It was an interesting question for us to ask. What is the very best thing that we can do for a poor person? What is real empowerment? The normal view of empowerment is let's upskill people. We've been doing this now for more than 18 years. I'm fully convinced that the very best thing that we can do for a poor person is to introduce them to God, where they know Him, love Him, delight in Him, sit with Him, hear His voice, and do what He says. If we can get that right, they will never need us again. We are there as support, we are there as fellowship. They will work, they will manage their money differently, their lives will be different, their marriages will be different, they will parent differently. I'm 100% certain that the solution is in our hands as the church. But sometimes perhaps we're just not using it the way God intended. We have the solution to poverty. Poverty is not necessary. And the solution is God's ways.